Hey y'all, it's Courtney. It is pretty late at night, so I just want to make a video real quick. I had two videos that I was trying to figure out how to put them together because they're both like little mini dollar store hauls. One from Family Dollar and one from the Dollar Tree. Yes, I went to two different dollar stores in 2 days, but one was today. We just went to the Dollar Tree because Mike had to run into the Vapor Hut, and get our juice, and that's boring. So me and the girls decided to go over to the Dollar Tree, which is right next to it. But yeah, I don't know how to put those together yet. So if anybody knows how a good editing program, let me know, because I tried to kind of fool around on the app here in the download, and it doesn't really, not that I know of, it doesn't have anything where you can put videos, like two separate videos together. So, unless I'm just dumb, because I don't have a PC or anything, so I can't. That's chalk on the door, by the way. Autumn drew on the door with chalk. So yeah, I was just watching TV a little bit ago. I don't watch TV very often. I watch YouTube, literally, like, that's my entertainment. But I was watching, TV, what was it called? Bizarre Bodies. If I watch TV, it's either something like Bizarre Bodies or like something weird, creepy, Travel Channel, because that's mostly like weird and creepy shows, paranormal shows, that kind of stuff, or, you know, oddities or that kind of stuff. I don't even know if that show is on anymore. What was that show called? I think it was called Oddities, and it was about like a oddities gift shop. I loved that show, but I don't think it's on anymore. I don't even know what channel it was on. We turned off our cable for like 2 or 3 years. We didn't have it because we never really watched it. But we got it turned back on. I don't know why he turned it back on, like I said, because we don't even watch it really. We all watch YouTube, and we watch cable every now and then. But anyways, that's not really what I want to talk about. One of the commercials was a new bipolar medication. And I've already been thinking about bipolar because the wonderful Shannon681, y'all ought to go subscribe to her if you've never heard of her. Heart's Love, I know you'd probably like her actually, because she does well, I guess you struggle with more addiction, but if you want, you know, someone that does some mental health stuff too, Shannon681, she does basically like a bipolar support group, and it's not just for people with bipolar, it's for people struggling with mental health of any sort, but she struggles with bipolar herself, so that's why it's bipolar support group. But any sort of mental illness is welcome there, especially because bipolar deals a lot with anxiety and depression, and you know, really the only difference is that instead of just being anxious and depressed, we also deal with mania. I have bipolar type 1, which means that you do have low points and high points, meaning manic phases and depressive phases. With my bipolar, it's like 90-10. I said 95-5 earlier, but that would mean like, that'd be like 19-1. And I don't think that that's quite right. I think it's more like 90-10. 90% depressed, 10% manic. Because probably I have 2 manic days out of 20. And it's probably even a little bit more than that, actually. And I never really realized it before. I thought that they just slapped that label on me because I had mentioned that my mother dealt with bipolar. So I thought they just assumed that that's what I had because that's what my mother had. But now that I have been on YouTube and I have been filming myself and I can watch myself back and see the way that I act on certain days, I can pinpoint a manic day. Because as soon as I start filming, if I am just in like a really bubbly, happy, like blah, 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 that's a manic day. And before, I thought that was just me being hyper. But now I've come to realize that that is mania. It's mania. I don't know why I couldn't see it before. I don't know why I never believed that I was bipolar. I accepted their diagnosis just because they're professionals. I am not. So I was like, they must see something that I don't. And they did, obviously, because I do have manic moments. It used to be a lot worse, I'd like to say, because at one point I did have moments where I would steal things, never from people. I never stole anything from people, but whenever I was in my active addiction, I would have these days where I would have, and usually I would fight against it and not do it, but I would have days where I would just want to steal like gum or something like that, from a gas station or a dollar store or whatever. And like I said, usually I fought against it and didn't do it, because I didn't want to, do that. Here comes autumn. Hold on, y'all. So I was getting ready to get in the shower anyways, but now she wants in the shower first, so let her get in for a minute and then I'll get in. So I used to attribute it to my Xanax use, which could be perfectly possible, because now, even on the side of Xanax bottles, prescribed Xanax bottles, it says may cause kleptomania, and the definition of kleptomania is wanting to steal things that you don't need, just random little trinkets and such that you do not need. It's not kleptomania if you're stealing food to feed your family, or you're stealing medicine for your sick child. That's not kleptomania. It's something that you need. You're doing it for a reason. Kleptomania is whenever you just want something for no reason. You don't need it. It's not necessary to have. You might have money in your pocket. 90% of the time I didn't have money in my pocket, but I just wanted to swipe it. And like I said, I always fought against the urges. Sometimes I would do it, and it's really embarrassing to admit that, because I would never steal off somebody, a person. But every now and then I did yank a thing of gum or a keychain or something like that, because I was sick. And I don't know whether it was my mental illness or if it was the Xanax, because now today, don't get in yet. It's still a little too hot. Like my eyeball. Now today I can definitely fight the urge, and I don't really even get that urge anymore. But I don't know if it's because I'm just seeking mental help and I'm medicated now, and my medicine is working for me, or because I quit the Xanax. I don't know. And I'm not going to quit my medicine just to find out. And I'm not going to start taking Xanax again just to find out. Neither of those things sounds smart or like a good thing to do. But anyways, so that is exactly what the subject is, though. I was watching this commercial. I can't remember the new bipolar medicine that it was. Yeah, I can't remember what it was called at all. But it just, at the end of the commercial, you know how they do that, like, really fast, sped up voice to tell you all the side effects and things that can happen to you by taking this medication? I was listening to it. And the side effects of it were almost worse than what being manic sometimes is. For me, mania is going to the dollar store and buying shit that I don't need with money that I should save. Or, you know, I don't have really crazy mania, because some people, it's drugs. They'll go out and buy a bunch of drugs, and go on a binge. For other people, it's, their eating disorder, getting really bad with an eating disorder when they get manic. For some people, it's, gambling. They'll go and gamble a bunch of money. They'll, you know, take out a loan to gamble a bunch of money that they don't have. When they're manic. They, you know, it's different things for different people. I've said this in a video before. Mania is not necessarily just being hyper. That's part of it, but not even for everybody. That's part of my mania, is being really hyper and pumped up. But I don't think for everybody that's necessarily part of their mania. I think for most people it is. But for some people, I suppose it's just having those episodes where you go and spend a bunch of money or have sex with a bunch of different people and you're not normally like that. Or just do things that aren't you, that you would never do as your normal self. Now, you can't, you know, just go and blame it on that, but it happens. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, so some of these side effects were just, like, crazy. May cause blood clots, may cause, you know, stroke or heart attack, or, just all this crazy stuff that it's like, I mean, is it really worth it? I guess you would just have to look it up and see for yourself, like, how often this really happens to people. I'm sure it's not often, but the really common side effects, some of them are even, you know, not worth it to some people. Especially if you're already dealing with other things, and then compound the side effects of medications, it makes it almost... You're done already. Makes it almost impossible for some people to get help, because they can't compound their already, you know, health issues with the issues that medications cause them. So, hold on, guys. Anyways, guys, so in conclusion, what I basically was trying to say is, there's a lot of things to weigh out when trying to get help with your mental health. And not just for bipolar, for anything. Don't let one bad medication or one bad treatment option or one thing scare you away. Because whenever I was first diagnosed with bipolar, they put me on Seroquel. And it scared me so bad, the way that it made me act, that it scared me away from getting help for a little while. I was scared to death to try anything else, because I did not like the way I felt. I felt like a zombie. I did things that I didn't even realize I was doing. And I had a brand new baby whenever they put me on Seroquel. A brand new baby. What if I had dropped her? Or fallen asleep in the bathtub with her? Or, you know, it's just crazy to me, some of these side effects. And knowing that I had a brand new baby, that they would put me on that high of a dose. And just, there's just a lot of options to weigh out when trying to get help with your mental health. But just look around, talk to as many people as you can, research as many different medications as you can, before figuring out what is best for you. Don't give up after one bad medication. Let your doctor know as soon as you're having adverse side effects, as soon as you don't like what's going on, as soon as it makes you feel funny, get back in with your doctor. Don't let it go. Don't say, oh, we'll try it a little bit longer. Do what feels right for you. If something doesn't feel right, don't take it. But don't let it scare you away from getting help. Because you don't have to live the way you do. You don't have to feel the way you do. Like I said, it scared me away for a little while. And then I went back and I got a gene site testing done. I think you can get that done with insurance after trying 3 different medications that don't work. I tried a lot. And then I got the gene site testing done, which will tell them what medications work best for you. It won't tell them what mental illnesses that you have, but it will say, okay, if this person has depression, this, and this medication will work. If this person has schizophrenia, this, and medication will work best with will be most compatible with their brain. And with that, they put me on Wellbutrin. And Wellbutrin has saved my life. I'm on the highest dose possible, and they're thinking about adding another medication on top because I'm still not 100%, but without Wellbutrin, dude, I wouldn't be able to get off the couch. And that's just the reality of it. So, don't let a couple bad medications scare you away from being your best self, but also research, and go with your gut when something doesn't feel right. Always weigh out the possibilities of the side effects of medications. Some will make you gain a lot of weight. Some will, like Wellbutrin. Luckily, it doesn't make you gain weight. Some people lose weight on it, actually. I've lost weight on it, and it helps a lot of people quit smoking. It didn't help me quit smoking when I wasn't trying, but I think if I wasn't on Wellbutrin, I wouldn't have been able to quit smoking. I haven't had a cigarette for over a week now, so go me. Well, tomorrow makes 7 days exactly that I haven't had not even one puff up of a cigarette, so go me. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. Once again, go and subscribe to Shannon681 if you would like to be in a mental health support group. Mandy and I were talking about doing like a once-a-week show for mental health support and also addiction support, or I'm sure we'll have lots of other topics, but I definitely want to talk to her and get that idea going. Yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and I love you guys so much. I hope that this might help somebody that's scared to get help or has been scared off by scary medications or whatever. If it helps one person, I'm happy. Alright, love y'all.